Hey you! Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So in today's video, I wanted to share a very interesting research that I came across. The research is about stress and how to recover from stress faster. It's really interesting to me because I personally felt very validated when I read that research. I did not know that I have been following a science-backed way of handling stress. And when I came across this research, I was like, oh, the things that I do are actually science-backed now. Like, it's proven by science now that the way I handle stress is actually one of the best ways to handle stress. And I felt really validated when I read that research. And that is why in today's video, I wanted to share with you all how I handle stress and how it's actually backed by science. Now, stress is a part of everyone's life. It is very natural and everybody feels it. However, you must have observed that some people are really good at bouncing back from that stress, and some people struggle with it for hours or even days. I personally am one of those people who am very fast with processing the stress that I'm going through, and I very quickly bounce back to my normal. I am that kind of a person. And the research that I'm talking about, I have also linked that research in the description of this video. That research suggests that people who believe that they have more control over their life literally physically handle stress better. They are able to bounce back from the stress faster. So what the scientists did in the research is that they found 73 test subjects on which they did their test. They basically put those subjects under stressful situations through public speaking or mental math kind of activities, and then they measured the cortisol level of those test subjects. For those who don't know, cortisol is basically a naturally occurring hormone in our body that induces stress. Now, after inducing this cortisol spike, or the rise in the cortisol hormone within these 73 test subjects, what they observed was that the subjects who truly believed that they had more control over their life had a higher cortisol spike and then a more rapid decrease of cortisol and faster recovery from the cortisol spike. In contrast, the people who believed that life happens to them, they experienced the same cortisol spike followed by a slower recovery or a slower decrease of cortisol. And this may sound backward, but according to the research, having a higher cortisol spike and then having a more rapid decrease of cortisol level and a faster recovery is actually indicative of a healthy stress response. And this seems backward because we always see stress and cortisol in a very negative light. However, stress and cortisol hormone is a part of our daily functioning. We cannot function without the cortisol hormone. That's why it is present in the body. So the stress or the cortisol hormone in itself is not the bad guy. The bad guy basically is being in that stressed state of mind continuously or having a cortisol spike for a long period of time or for an extended period of time. That's the bad guy. That's where our health is affected in a negative way. Having high cortisol spikes followed by rapid decrease in cortisol, it actually indicates that your body is very much reactive and adaptive to stress. Whenever your body is experiencing stress, it's also making sure that it's recovering faster by, analytical problem solving or finding ways to reach a solution faster. So these are the ways of the mind and the body to recover from the stress. And if your mind and body is doing that quickly, it actually means that the stress response of your body is healthy because it doesn't want to be in a prolonged period of stress. So yeah, bottom line being, if you truly believe that you have control over your life, if you truly believe that your actions of today would control the outcomes of tomorrow, you are most likely dealing with stress in a very healthy way actually. Even if it doesn't look healthy at first, because the spike in the cortisol is much higher in people like us who believe that they can control everything. However, the decrease in the cortisol level is also more rapid than the people who think that life happens to them and they cannot control situations. That is why I feel really validated, because I, for one, personally believe that I have a lot of control over my life, and my actions of today are helping me shape my outcomes of tomorrow. And yes, personally, I do feel really triggered whenever I'm in a stressful situation. I feel like I am more triggered than other people. That is why I have said in my previous videos that I am a highly sensitive person, because one small trigger can be very stressful for me. So that accounts for a high cortisol spike. But I have also seen that I recover from stressful situations very quickly. People suffer for years, but I get over a problem within a matter of days or weeks, depending on how big that problem is. It's just my natural way of responding to stress. So yeah, moral of the video, if you feel that you are more in control of your life, you are likely handling stress well according to the research. And if you feel that life is happening to you and you cannot control certain situations and certain consequences, you may be prone to prolonged stress within your mind and within your body. And so the best way of dealing with stress is to take control of your life and to make sure that it's you who's driving your life and not your life driving you, if that makes any sense. And if you'd like to know how to take control of your life or how to be more in control, do let me know, and I can make another video on how to take charge of your life and how to drive your life your way. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you were able to gain some perspective, some insight through this one, because I certainly did when I read that research. Thank you so much for watching if you watched till the end, and I hope to see you soon. Till then, take care.